Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Aranya chapter number 62, the continuation of Rama's laments. The recitation begins now. Rama was a soul of virtue. His desires never went counter to it. Bereft of Sita, he threw up his hands and with streaming eyes and a darkening heart, fancied that his beloved was with him and resumed his plaintive laments in the madness of love. Dare we hope to give even a faint idea of it? You are very fond of Ashoka flowers and hide yourself behind its branches. But what avails it? For I have found you out. You gain nothing more by it than sharpening my grief. Why do you hide your delicate thighs with young plantains? Do you think I cannot find you out? I've caught you at last. Oh, why do you conceal yourself in sport amidst groves of Karnikara? You carry it just too far, for I am too weak and dispirited to bear the shock. Yet this was very dear to me a while ago, but now my heart revolts it. Again, this holy ashrama is no place for it. I know well you're over fond of jest and pleasantry. O large-eyed one, come back at once. This cottage is dark and gloomy without you. Lakshmana, I have no doubt that the Rakshasas have slain or eaten her up, for she would never bear to see me suffer and lament so. These herds of deer shed piteous tears as if conveying to me the news of her death at the hands of the Rakshasas. O best and noblest of wives, O matchless of beauty, crowned with every perfection, where have you gone? Alas, your terrible fate was correctly foreseen by Kaikeyi. I left Ayodhya with Sita. How shall I enter my palace without her? The finger of scorn would point at me as an impotent and merciless wretch. It is only after Sita has left my side that I see how slight a hold I have upon life. When at the end of exile I return to Ayodhya and meet King Janaka, he would naturally ask, Rama, is it all well with my child Sita? And how shall I dare look at him in his face? His whole soul is bound up in her. Should he see me return without her, he would swoon away with grief. But should I at all return to Ayodhya? What would I have to do with it? Though Bharata reigned there so gloriously, the worlds of bliss are but a dreary void to me without Sita. Lakshmana, leave me here in these woods and go back to Ayodhya. Could I survive her? Embrace Bharata for me and convey him my wish that he should rule over this broad earth. Salute Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi and obey them in all things, for they should be taken care of at all risks. I lay this upon you. Relate to my mothers how we lost Sita and how I died of grief thereat. And as Raghava ran about the woods vacant of Sita, moaning and weeping piteously, Lakshmana was filled with fear. His face faded and his heart was overwhelmed with despair. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunavdehi Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam.